Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
Coronavirus cases continue to rise right here in Kern County. We have the very latest numbers released by Public Health, plus a breakdown on where the cases are located.
And the story of a mom being reunited with her family. More on that coming up.
Good morning and thanks for joining us here at 23 ABC News. At 8 a.m. I'm Tori Cooper. We have a lot in store for you this morning. Thank you for choosing to start your day with us. And today we are going to get out of Alex's house and we're going to send her into a local neighborhood in Southwest Bakersfield where she has more on a community effort that's taking place and your forecast. Alex?
Yes, I finally got out of my own house, but I came to somebody else's house and I came to a local resident's house because so many of you have written in, Facebooked us, emailed us, and let us know about all of the great things that you are doing in your community. So I wanted to come to one of those communities and speak to Elizabeth right here, who is making masks for her community, but not only that, she is also making crosses. So Elizabeth, tell everybody a little bit about these masks that you've made and how many you've made so far.
I believe I'm up to about 380. They're all non-latex because there are a lot of allergies out there. It started off to make them for children with asthma, and then I started with cancer, and then I started with women who had compromised immune systems, and then next thing you know, they just started going from the East Coast, Midwest, and friends and family that are here on the front line, like our urgent cares, our clinics, and from there, there's
just say like
I'm still sewing.
Keep it up.
Wow, that is amazing. All right, guys, coming up next, I will share more about what Elizabeth is doing in her community, but let's take a look at your forecast for today. We're already seeing temperatures rising across the county already, and they're going to continue to rise at least for today. We are going to continue to see some seasonal conditions, but coming up next, we'll take a look at your weather headlines.
Topping our news this morning, public health officials have announced a second death related to COVID-19 right here in Kern County. This as the number of confirmed cases continues to rise. Here's a look at the latest breakdown of the positive and negative test results. There are 199 total people who have tested positive for the coronavirus in Kern County. 194 of those people are residents and 5 of those people are non-residents. There have been 2 deaths reported, as I previously mentioned, but the good news is nearly 2,500 people have tested negative for the virus so far. And here's a breakdown of the cases by region right here in Kern County. According to Public Health, there are 86 positive cases in West Bakersfield, which is the largest amount of all of the regions so far. 60 in East Bakersfield, 36 in the Valley region, 5 in the desert, and 7 in the mountain region. Public Health is set to update these numbers this morning at 10 a.m. So make sure that you check out our website, turn23.com, for the very latest, as well as keep an eye on all of your push alerts and our Facebook page. Meanwhile, the Kern County Sheriff's Office has confirmed that several deputies have tested positive for the coronavirus. According to KCSO, they could not confirm at this time whether the deputies were detention deputies or patrol deputies. KCSO officials says it is up to Public Health to determine if any other employees would need to isolate. KCSO said its deputies are outfitted with N95 masks and they're following guidelines from health officials. Well, a local family is speaking out after 2 of their loved ones tested positive for COVID-19. Now, one of them is fighting for her life in the hospital while others wait for test results. 40-year-old Lisa Mundy is a Bakersfield native who is currently fighting for her life at the Bakersfield Heart Hospital after being diagnosed with COVID-19. According to her daughter, 19-year-old Jamie Rosenbald, test results showed that Rosenbald has also tested positive for COVID-19. Rosenbald told us both she and her mom showed symptoms over the span of a week. She now is in self-isolation and she is unable to speak or see her mother.
The last couple of days have been hard. My mom is the one that is in the hospital with the coronavirus. She is in a medical-induced coma. She is heavily sedated and is on a ventilator. So that means she is not awake. She cannot talk, she can't text, she can't do anything.
Now, Rosenbald says the rest of her family members in her home are still awaiting their results. Meanwhile, the community has set up a meal train where people can drop off food in a secure location to have sent to the family during their time of need. For more information on the meal train, visit our website, turnto23.com. And we continue to cover various topics regarding COVID-19 on air and online, but also on our podcast. Our podcast is called Coronavirus Impact. In episode 12, hosts Matt Lively and Carrie Osep break down the latest COVID-19 numbers. They talk about the cancellation of the CIF spring sports season, and they're speaking with 23 ABC News reporter Kylie Walker about unemployment rates throughout the country. You can listen to all of the episodes right on our website, turnto23.com, as well as our 23 ABC News Facebook page right now. In other news, the Kern County Sheriff's homicide investigators were called out to Lake Isabella Friday night to investigate a man's death. According to KCSO, deputies were dispatched to a laundromat on Phillip Street in Lake Isabella just before 9 last night. Now, here's how it all happened. The caller told dispatchers there was a person there who was wanted for a previous crime. Between the time of the call and arrival, people detained the man who was allegedly wanted for a crime. When deputies arrived, officials said the man was unresponsive. Medical aid was given, but the man was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials are now investigating to see what happened between the time when they were called and when they arrived. Homicide detectives were called out as a precaution to determine if the man's death was criminal. And of course, this is an ongoing investigation, and if you do have information, make sure you contact KCSO at 861-3110. Switching gears now, Kern County schools may be switching to online distance learning, but that has not stopped teachers and staff from making sure their students know they care. Another local school taking to the streets just to show us how they are making it right here in Kern County. This was Friday's teacher parade organized by Quailwood Elementary. Dozens of cars riding down the street, honking, and several teachers and staff with signs showing messages of hope and waving to students from their school and their families. One teacher saying these parades are really what makes isolation of distance learning so much easier to bear.
It was heartwarming. It's so hard. These kids are so much a part of us, and to not be by them and to know that we're not going to finish the year, this just helped validate some of our feelings, and it was just fun. It was fun.
That's the Kern County community for you. All right, well, this pandemic has a lot of people missing their loved ones, but one Bakersfield family has been missing their mom for several years. 23 ABC's Austin Westfall joins us with a story of a mom who was deported by ICE but has now returned home. Austin?
Yeah, Tori, Carolina Gomez has only been in touch with her 7 children through the cell phone for the past 2 years. 23 ABC's cameras were rolling as she surprised her family and returned home earlier this week.
I miss her big hugs and kisses. That mommy's boy.
Yeah. How hard is it just to been able to call her and know?
It's been hard for me.
Angel Lopez Gomez is one of 7 children in the family missing their mom, Carolina Gomez. Gomez says when she decided to marry her partner, Consuelo Lopez, 2 years ago, they were told to go to the U.S. Embassy in Juarez, Mexico to finalize documents. But at the appointment, Gomez was told her immigration status had been revoked and she would not be allowed back into the United States for 10 years.
It was hard to not see my mom every day in the morning.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Just spend a lot of time with her.
One lawyer told Gomez she needed to wait the 10 years, but a second lawyer in San Diego led her to apply for asylum, the process granting her the opportunity to return to Bakersfield while her case gets finalized. A surprise return home ensued.
I don't believe I'm here. When they gave me the news, oh, you're going home, so I didn't, I was so in shock.
The couple's children say they were hoping to have their mom at home, but were not expecting it to happen that night. Gomez says all she wants to do now is enjoy dinner with her family.
What's your plan?
My plan is to make a carne asada. Like a carne asada, I want to eat something nice, good.
Now, Gomez says her battle to remain in the country is not over yet. She said that San Diego lawyer that helped her get asylum is pretty pricey. She can no longer afford it, and she's looking for a lawyer in Bakersfield now. But for now, in Northwest Bakersfield, Austin Westfall, 23 ABC, connecting you.